to another episode of LEGO Worlds. In today's episode, we are continuing the challenge. So this is part 3 of my space challenge. So what I'm going to be doing is adding different things to my build here. So I decided to give my building just a easy, simple name, just for fun. We're going to call this building Space, because it's in space. Why not? I mean, so here I'm putting the letters for the word space. And as I said, I will be switching things up when I'm doing this challenge, which I decided to do in this video. Which you'll see in a couple of minutes when I'm done doing this sign. I will decorate the inside and whatnot. So, the interesting part about this building is, yeah, it's gonna be called Space, and it's gonna be a communication type building, but it's not a communication where they talk to astronauts. It's more like a communication where they can watch TV. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but the thing is, I'm trying to make this a little bit different from your normal space stuff. So why not have a TV broadcasting station in space? Which gives me another idea for what I'm going to add to this build later, if I remember to make a note of it. So there we have our sign Space, which I think came out pretty good. Now the thing about this, I thought the building was a little dark, so I wanted to add lighting to it. And I added the lights, but they don't illuminate, apparently. Not the way I wanted it to, so I'll just leave them there as an attempt to try and illuminate the place. And I was trying to think what type of light I wanted that stays in the realm of space. So I saw these space sailing lights, and I thought, why not? But as you can see, they flashed when I put it down, but they don't turn on. Or I think what they do is they just flash. It's not a constant on, so it doesn't illuminate. Or it's supposed to be a constant flash, and it doesn't do it all the time. So this is an interesting idea. Sailing lights in space. try to make it as even as possible, which is a little hard to do, but it's fine. So we're going to decorate the inside a little bit here. So what I decided to do was add, I was going to try and add the floodlighting to illuminate it, then I realized it's too big. But it does illuminate because look at all that light that comes out of it. So we went with adding the space computer screen 1. And this is our like TV monitor. And then what I did was add the computer consoles as the monitoring stations. Which intrigues me because there's different ones. You can use the double together, or you can use a single, which is very interesting because it depends what you're going for, I guess. And then I use the chairs. I was going to keep them in a straight line, but then I decided, well, this is just a viewing area, like a TV monitor, so it doesn't have to be perfectly in a straight line. And then I found computer screen 2, which I decided to put on each side to make it look like it has different screens. And the outside still looks a little boring. So I decided to go with the landing pad lights. Just to give it a little more space feel to it. Which these I wanted to be even going across. Then I added space generators. Why not? Yeah, powering up the buildings and stuff. So I got some open spaces that I can do a lot with. there was a point where I wanted to add what I recently built in the beginning when I first played LEGO Worlds. This is my first house that I built, and I thought this was a nice touch. It's got part of the candy area because that's where I built it. It's an interesting build because it has a skateboard ramp if you want to go skateboarding, but it also has a candy and pirate theme to it. But because we're in space, I decided to decorate it for space. You know, keep going with that space theme. So I added my space flags to it. I didn't do much in terms of decorating it, but I did it just enough that stands out, I think. So I decided I wanted to add a space rocket. I wasn't sure where to put it. And then I said, why not? Let's put it in our front yard. I mean, who wouldn't want a space rocket in their front yard? Easy getaway trip to the moon, or whatever planet you're going to. Then we put some of the space fuel barrels down. And to top it off, this is a joke to myself, but lounge chairs, space lounge chairs. That way, you can watch the rocket launch from the front of your yard. So now, I am going to add another build, and I wanted to do this for the challenge, and I wanted to make it different and interesting, and knowing me, because I watch a lot of cartoons, for some reason this makes a lot of sense to me. I'm going to add the Pirates Inn, which is one of their pre-built models. I mean, I know you guys probably heard of Space Pirates. Well, this is my version of Space Pirates by putting a Pirates Inn on the moon, which I walked inside to be inside of it a little bit. But I wanted to make it more interesting and sort of realistic to the pirate theme. So what I did was I went to vehicles and I went and got the cannon turret. So basically we're going to be adding these cannons to make it look like pirates are on the moon. saying that they're space pirates. Here, I'm going to be doing some patchwork. I told it to pick the color, and for some reason it gave me white. Instead of the gray color. So I'm going to patch it up with white instead of gray. And I just want to patch it up that it looks like it somewhat belongs. So this space challenge scenery is going to be a little bit interesting. I don't know what everyone is going to be doing. It's probably a mystery. Mine's not going to be a mystery. I'm just doing this for fun. Till I'm ready to submit it. So here I was looking to see what the area is like. Can I use it? So I'm going to change it to the gray paint. Well, some gray paint. I'm going to use the 16 by 16 flat plate. And I'm going to patch in this area here. Because we got a lot of space we can do stuff with. And the thing is, some of the space I don't know what I want to put yet. But I also don't want to overcrowd some of the areas. So it's going to be a tough decision to decide what I want to do with some of this area space here. So now that I somewhat patched it and jumped through my gate there, I'm going to add the crater space plate. Which is going to be a little bit interesting, because what I was hoping to do was get it to somewhat look like the moon, but instead it gave me a different type of crater, and I think it looks pretty cool that it did that. So I'm going to leave that the way it is. I mean, I wasn't well, I should have expected that, but I wasn't expecting it to come out looking like that. So I'm going to put the two-seater scooter, space scooter, on this side, and this is going to be my spaceship Armada. So yeah, it's an army of spaceships that will be attempting to go through my gate. Which I think came out pretty good. So then, there was one other thing I wanted to do, but first I wanted to search this area, see if there's any use I can get out of it, or if I want to put anything there later on, because it's wide, most of it's wide open. So I can add stuff there. So on this side, I decide I'm going to build me a castle. Yep, I said it. And you're going to say, well, why a castle? Why not something else? And the reason I went with the castle is because I wanted Space Knights. Yeah, I said Space Knights, and we put down the castle. The castle's, it's the littler of the two or three of them. There's so many of them. But it's the smallest one I think there is, and it just looks like a medieval castle, so we're going to change it up. I want it to look like it belongs in space. So I'm going to put out space flags to begin with. Most castles have normal flags. Mine's going to have space flags because we're in space. And I'm going to put one in each corner of the castle here. Well, I should say each tower, because that's what it's supposed to be, is a tower area. So now I'm going to be adding the Space Lounge, which is just lounge chairs in space. For some reason I got a thing for lounge chairs right now. Don't know why, but yeah, there's a thing about lounge chairs. So now I'm going to get the space solar panels, and I'm going to put them on a wall back here. And the reason I'm putting them back here is not only it's going to provide power to the castle or to whoever needs power, but it's protected behind this wall here. And then I'm going to add the space computer window, which reminds me of Star Wars. And I'm going to just add them one here, which the stairs is blocking the rest, so I'm going to have to put them across here. And once I get them across here, it's now starting to look like a Space Knight's castle, which I think is pretty awesome. Now I'm going to add space fuel pumps on the outside of the castle. That's so they can fuel up their vehicles before they go into battle. So if you like this channel, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you got any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you on the next LEGO Worlds episode.